What is the situation in the basic schools? I mean, these are much more older students, if you like, but there are also those who are supposed to be writing the BECE. They are much, much younger. What's happening there? I have on phone Mercy Akaila Anwembe. She's president of the Conference of Heads of Basic Schools. Mercy, thank you for your time this afternoon. Can you update us on what the situation is on the ground in the basic schools? Hi, Mercy, do you hear me?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Good afternoon to you and your viewers. Now, at the basic level, and so far, so good, things are going on well. We have received our PTAs, though not the full complement has been received, but we are making do with what we are having now. Students are in school, and the few challenges we are experiencing now is that, especially around the rural areas, some of them have come to school pregnant, some reported pregnant, and some too have gone to the urban areas to do kaya and other things. So we are now liaising with parents to see how that we can get those people to come back. And people to schools that have pregnant candidates, teachers are liaising with the guidance and counseling coordinators in the school and at the various education officers to come around and counsel the pregnant students. So for now, those are the few challenges we are having.
I see. And how are you addressing these challenges? Have you taken them up to a higher authority?
Yes, that's what I said. We have communicated that to the various district education officers, municipal and metro, so that we have guidance and counseling coordinators there.
Right.
So we are looking at getting them to go around the schools and then counsel such as students, because it's not easy for them to come back. Sometimes you see that some of them are not that comfortable, but they are also supposed to be in school. So we are liaising with the directorate to help us with that regard.
Okay. Mercy, I'm grateful that you joined us this afternoon. Sincere apologies to our viewers. The sound wasn't that audible. But essentially, she's saying that they've received some of the PPEs, a similar story as you may have heard from what's happening at the senior high school level. They've received some PPEs, but essentially they're not enough. He said that they've raised the issue with higher authorities. Mercy there, she's a head of the assisted basic schools, talking to us there. In the meantime, the last few hours, we've been getting a press statement from the National Council of Parent-Teachers Association, and they are demanding that BECE and WASSCE should be postponed. They also want all the schools closed, and I referred to some of a part of the statement when I was talking to the CHAS president. So that's the statement. Essentially, they say that they've noticed a few things, and they list them there, that not all schools have received the personal protective equipment as promised by government. The schools which have received supplies don't get the full supplies. The COVID-19 safety protocols are being disregarded, especially social distancing. There aren't enough health personnel stationed at the schools. They're also saying that there's inadequate space in some of the campuses as a result of overcrowding in dormitories. And they say that even though the initial communication to parents from government showed that or indicated that day students in boarding schools would be converted to boarders, that did not happen. They say day students continue to remain at home and they are commuting to and from school, making them more susceptible to getting infected and increasing the probability of infection for the others in the school. They also say that what for them is more worrying is the fact that despite good counsel and encouragement, most parents insist that their children should be brought home. And so essentially they are calling on government to allow for that to happen. They say that in the current circumstances, the children are psychologically unstable and would therefore not be able to write the WASSCE and BECE examinations successfully. So they're suggesting the exams be postponed until the situation is brought under control. So let's get to those who issued this statement and get more from them. I have on telephone Alexander Danso. He's the national president of the National Council of Parent Teachers Association. Mr. Danso, thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you, too, my dear.
You're saying that government should allow the children to go home. Now, the arguments, which even scientists or people who have backed it with science are saying that once you brought them together, some of them have tested positive. Taking them back means now going out to spread the disease. What do you make of that?
Thank you very much. Good evening to your listeners. Taking them back to their various homes will increase the spread, right? Mm. So if we allow them to stay to the end of their period, and they go back, they are infected and they go back, wouldn't they spread it? They say.
So can you say that again? I lost you briefly.
What I'm saying is that if we are saying that they have been brought in, taking them back will result in mass infestation. What happens if we allow them to stay in, and at the end of the day, almost, some of them are infected? Wouldn't they go and then spread the virus in their families and all that? They say a state time takes time. Why do we have to wait? Ghana started 2, 3, 4, 9, 7, and now we are counting 24,000. We are counting 24,000, just as it has started. Schools are recording, increase in the infestation of the virus. And always say we should keep them till when?
Oh, okay, so your statement indicates that you want government to shut down the schools and, let them go. How do you want that to happen? You want that to happen immediately?
How did they bring them out? Didn't they announce it? They announced it, and parents brought their children, and so if they announce that, yes, we have suspended the WASSCE exams, they will go back. Parents will come for their children, and then they will go back to.
And that doesn't sound to you like a situation that can spread the disease even further?
You mean, that's what I said, a teaching time saves time.
Okay, I've just spoken to CHAS, heads of assisted secondary schools. They're saying that based on what they see on the ground, they have no reason to believe that we cannot handle this and keep the children in school until they write the exams. Yes.
I detest, citing examples on, quoting people. But if my memory serves me right, last week, Nat and Nagat were saying they should close down the school. I don't know the teachers are teaching the children. So if the headmaster sits alone in his office, who is going to teach the children? They are saying they want the schools to be closed. What are they saying? Are they not human beings? Are they not being affected? The other, my sister, currently, as we speak, in one of the reasons, we said those who are supposed to be boarded of which the government promised, because of lack of facility, they still continue to be day students, commuting from home to and from home.
Okay.
They are there.
So you've issued...
The protocols are not being observed. The inadequate facilities, boarding facilities, as generated overcrowding. Besides, the nurses that the government promised that they will allow each school to have a nurse who attend to them, it's not forthcoming. The case point is KNUST.
Right, Mr. Danso, so essentially you've issued a statement. No, I'm just indicating that you've issued a statement that contains all these concerns that you're raising. I wanted to find out how far you are taking your request. Apart from the statements, what are your plans?
Yeah, we have said it, and we are going to approach the ministry and the government. That is all.
Okay.
We issued a statement today, and so we are going to follow it up
with the ministry. I do have the deputy education minister, Dr. Osei Duchum, who will be joining me when I return from this break. So I'll urge you to perhaps keep tuned in so you can hear his response as well to some of these concerns. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Alexander Danso is the president of the National Council of Parent Teachers Association.